Hi everyone, it's Nathara, and today I'm going to be going over the Water Ink Landscape Scene Pack. And just a quick reminder, you only get what's in the pack contents. You do not get the display outfit or the display handheld that is in there. With this pack, today I'm going to be going over the Cocoa Nougat Chat Bubble, the Full Body Pose Cloud Chase, the Scene Tipsy Painting, and of course the dynamic pose Solemn Sword. So here is a look at the scene all around. It is a few mountains in the back, that one big tree, and some clouds with a beautiful gradient sunrise. And as big as this scene looks, the posable area is actually incredibly small. You can go up, and this is the center point of where your character loads into the scene, so you can go down just a bit right here as you can see, but like it is very, very small. Because the scene is actually so far pushed back, you really are just there for this little area. So you do have to contend with that. If you don't like that, like you can't get to that tree, you can't get to those mountains in the back. So just be wary of that. And just for reference, this is again the lowest point in which you can go, and this is the highest point in which you can go. But again, even at the highest point, if you are level with the character, you do not get that very pretty orange background. It is just the clouds. And here's the lighting on the darkest and lightest shade in the game. It's not too bad. I do feel like on the palest tone it adds almost a peachy kind of filter over her. And the darker doll, she does still look excellent. So that is good news on both ends. No definition lost and no over contrast to wash them out. So here's the lighting from the front, the lighting from the right, the lighting from the back, and the lighting from the left. Pretty good, all things considered. Like, it looks fine from all angles in my opinion. And here's the full body pose Cloud Chase. I did just leave the handheld on so you can kind of see what it looks like with a handheld, but I will go ahead and take that off and we can zoom in. It's not a bad pose. I think I've used it a few times whenever I have made like kind of like superhero fits, because it's definitely like a magical girl fit. It definitely looks like a little fighter stance. So yeah. And here is the Solemn Sword dynamic pose without the fancy camera. And now the run through for the poses to see which ones work with this. Awesome, the Fairy Verdict Giant Sword works. The Withering Night Bouquet works. Now I'm curious. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Nope. No. Oh, the Everlasting Ring works. The League works. The Silk Wonder works. Forest Fairy works. Rite of Irises works. Auspicious Koi works. Heart Scepter works. Sunlight Heart works. Oh goodness gracious. The Whip works. With the Whip you could probably use the Wind maybe. I don't know if the Wind would work on the Whip. I haven't actually, or if I have checked it, I don't remember if it works. Sword of Galaxy works. Oh wow, okay, so with Chilling Realm, it does come with that, the sheath, but in the pose it gets rid of the sheath and you can use just the sword. Technically, I guess the Ace Advance works. The Lime Imagination works. Innocent Wand works. Falling Rain works. Whip Force works. For all you dominatrix out there. And that looks to be everything. So honestly, like, again, there was a few surprising things in this pose that worked. I don't remember the Sword of Galaxy working with this pose, but maybe they updated it. They are constantly updating poses, which is always excellent news. And here's the Cloud Chase expression. So she does end up looking up a little bit and get a little smile to her face. And here's the Solemn Sword expression. Hopefully it doesn't glitch out. I didn't realize yesterday until I already posted the video that the expression in the bustling past scene, it glitched. So now I have to make sure I watch the bar. But considering how much movement and how the theme of this dynamic pose is, there isn't too many expressions in here that I actually use. You know, with a sword, you'd think you'd get some sort of kind of like stern expression, but she does just have kind of like a soft smile the entire time. Alright, and now I'm going to click through all of the filters. My favorite filter to actually use on this one is oil painting. I really like it for some reason. It just like pumps up those peachy tones. And for our retouch settings, the vignette's at a natural 0.5 for this scene. I really do like that whenever you turn the vignette up, it does get rid of the clouds a bit and you can kind of see the mountains more in the back. For our halo, it is definitely very bright in this scene. There we go. I was trying to get like the little, you know how you can create the sparkles with the halo if you turn the scale down. Our DOF, which works best with this scene because the posable area is so small and the landscape is actually so far behind you. And our white balance. Saturation. Contrast. And unfortunately, as this scene is so small, there is no glow spots that I could like see. Like, she is literally just there. You only get to move around like this much. So there's just nothing for glow spots, unfortunately. I mean, there might be something super high in the sky, but I really don't think so. And as for posing in this scene, it is just basically right here. I typically DOF the background out, plop on the oil painting filter, and kind of pump up the halo a little bit to get a more angelic look. It's very good for like that painterly soft style of photo. And here's the chat bubble, Cocoa Nougat. It is just a cute little cow with like a bow around its neck. I kind of would have preferred the text ink be the same color as the, you know, like the little cow's spots. I think that would have tied the chat bubble in a little bit more, but besides that, I really think it's cute. It's got a little tail and its little feet, and the little head is really well made. A little hard to see, but I mean, all the chat bubbles are really hard to see. They're so small. I wish it was like a zoom in feature, or at least to make the chat just like bigger, you know? But that is everything for the water ink landscape scene pack. I hope you found this useful and helpful in deciding if you'd like to purchase it or not, or wait for another. And in the little doodly-doo down in the description below, I do have a link to my tracker where you can go look at all of these scenes. They are just still pictures, but they are there, so you can kind of see what has been offered in the past. And I also include ones that are available in the NYSG server right now, so it's kind of like a little preview, but also it's a spoiler, so if you don't want to see those, probably stay out of there. But yeah, that's everything for now, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.